Hi, I'm Matt Korostuff, and I'm going to show you how to install Drupal 8. If you've ever installed Drupal 7, it's going to be actually pretty easy. First things first, we're going to come here to Drupal.org. I'll put a link to this on the blog, and we're going to download the latest beta. The latest beta is actually the second that was released. Released earlier this week. By the time you see this video, very likely beta 3 will have been released, but the procedure will most likely remain the same. This gives us a tarball. We'll just extract it and drop that file here on the database, here on the desktop. I'm going to rename it demo site and drop it in my sites directory. You can use any directory for this. Sites just happens to be one that I use commonly. I'm also going to set up a virtual host in Apache. This is my vhost file. If you're using the default Apache vhost file, it's located at etc/apache2/httpd-vhost. That is hard to say. This file right here, and called it demo site. Save that and restart Apache. I'll create a new database. That's all I need to do in MySQL. You can use phpMyAdmin or SQL Pro if you prefer for that particular piece of it. And last environment configuration. Got to add a record to my host file. This is located at /etc/hosts. By the way, demo site.d8 is just a name I'm making up here. You can really name your site anything you want. Now when I navigate to demo site.d8, running Apache on port 999, I get the Drupal install page. This is probably pretty familiar from Drupal 6 and 7. Standard. Database name is demo site. And some systems allow for the word localhost in this field. I typically find I have more success using the actual IP address. Of course, in production, you would want to use a very secure password. Here I'm running local behind a firewall, so I can afford to have a passwordless MySQL instance. This next part takes a little bit, but while you wait, one interesting feature of the install system that's new in Drupal 8 is that if you're a MySQL user has privileges to create databases, it will automatically create the database before you. So on some systems, probably a majority of systems, in fact, the step in MySQL in which I created the database will not be necessary. But it's worth knowing if this is your first Drupal install. So this is almost done, and once it's complete, we'll be able to log in. We'll be able to set our admin user and log into our Drupal 8 site. Of course, you'd want to give your actual email address in that field. And I'm going to set a very insecure password here. Of course, in production, you would want to use a very secure password. Save and continue. And there we are. This is Drupal 8.